welcome back to my channel. And as y'all seen by the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this everyday no makeup look. I do want to preface this by saying when I said beginner friendly in the title, it's for beginners by a beginner. So I'm not a pro, but I want to show the girls a way to do their makeup if they've been looking for a realistic way to go about doing it, because this is the routine I came up with. So the technique may not be there, but as y'all can see, I feel like it looks cute. So we're gonna get into how I got this beginner friendly no makeup look. I did want to give like a few details about my skin and what you guys can expect. So this is going to be a skin tint only look, and it usually takes me about 20 minutes max. And it is more targeted for the brown skin, dark skin girlies, obviously, because I'm a deeper skin tone. Now that chat told me I am a neutral olive tone, undertone, so we'll get into undertones a little bit. And then also I have extreme hyperpigmentation, acne prone skin, and oily skin. So all of these products are good for that. And this is the type of makeup I do with skin that I have, as you guys can see. Let's get into the routine. So I've finished my skincare, and I suggest putting everything you need in one bag. That's what you guys seen. And we're going in with our primer, and I'm using the e.l.f. Niacinamide Pink Primer. And now that I've changed up a few products since this video, if you have extremely oily skin, I would suggest the matte primer from e.l.f. and I'll put it on the screen instead of the pink one, because I feel like that works better. And then after I put my primer, I press it into my face. I'm going in and I'm doing my eyebrows. I honestly feel like your eyebrows are the best part of your face, and you need to make sure they are T. So I go in with the Ruby Kisses brown pencil. I mean, it's a pencil. I don't know if you have to really, you know, spend too much. I got it from the beauty supply, and then I go in with a little spoolie. I go under my eyebrows and I make a line. I go on top and I make another line, and I fill in the ends, and then I do hair like strokes in the front, and then I constantly brush it out because I do not like a boxed eyebrow look. Then I go in with my skin tint, as you guys seen, and I'm in the color 355, and everything will be linked in my description box. On top of everything will be in my Amazon storefront. But I go in with that because for the everyday look, I feel like I don't want my eyebrows to be like super pronounced. So using the same skin tint that I'm going to be using, I feel like that makes it blend perfectly and more seamlessly. So I go in on the top only. Sometimes I do the bottom if I need to get my eyebrows done. And I will blend that out with my finger after, just because of the warmth of your finger will help with blending out the product more. So I spoke about undertones a little bit in the beginning, but that's something that I recently learned about. And when I asked ChatGPT what was my undertones, because I'm a little colorblind, it told me that I was more of a neutral olive color, which is kind of unspoken about within deeper or darker skin tones. So most people are warmer. So as you guys can see, this is a bit orange. So that's why I added in the blue color corrector, because with foundations, sometimes you need to color correct. So I got the blue pigment from LA Girl Pro, and I add a little blue because it'll cancel out some of the orange. You don't want to put too much blue though, because I've learned that it will turn it grayish. So it's honestly trial and error. I think I just want to find something else to use, you know, eventually, because I don't want to have to always do that. But I have to bring down the tone of the orange, and that's why I included the video in the beginning, because that's my skin without any fluorescent lights on my face. So I feel like it blends a little better. But I go in and blend. I don't play when it comes to blending, okay? So as you guys seen, I go in and I blend crazy. I have forgotten a step. As someone with hyperpigmentation, you want to color correct before you go in with any foundation. The skin tint does well without it, but it will help to be more seamless and less grayish if you have darker skin with hyperpigmentation. So you will either go in with a orange color corrector or a peach orange color corrector. I'm not quite sure yet which one I would prefer. I need to buy a peach one, but I feel like the orange is a little too bright for me. So that's something also, if you have a hyperpigmentation, that you could look into. Excuse me for being a little behind with the steps. I really be trying to give y'all all the knowledge that I have. So sometimes I talk a little too much, but I want to get everything out, because that's the point of someone clicking a tutorial. So I'm going in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer in matte, because like I said, I'm an oily girly, and I just get all my products matte because I promise you, by the end of the day, we gonna be oily enough, okay? And the main thing that I've gathered with concealer is the creasing. So you guys will see me keeping my eyes open, and you could go in with a brush and or a beauty blender, but no, a beauty blender sometimes takes the product away. And I wanted to mention that you guys did not see me put a lot of skin tint under my eyes, because I'm trying my hardest not to overpack my face with products. So I left that spot, a little less, no, honestly no foundation or skin tint, I mean. And I put the concealer there, and now I'm going in with the Maybelline pressed powder and a powder puff. And everything I learned also about makeup is bring it up. I don't know if that's for every face shape, but I have a more oval face shape. You want to bring everything up. And I also go in with powder in the places where I would have put concealer, where your face would get lighter, like the light would hit it. But since this is an everyday makeup routine, I only put the concealer under my eyes, but I do put the powder in all the places that would get oily, or where I would have put the cream concealer, if that makes sense. But just to make, you know, things go quick, because this is before work, I just do the concealer, cream concealer, under my eye. And I don't bake or anything. I leave it for like 30 seconds, and then I wipe everything away with like a big fluffy brush. And I was showing you guys that if your eye starts to water, just relax, get that powder puff and try to dry it, because it will mess up and leave streaks. But when you're opening your eyes to make sure that the concealer isn't going to crease, you have to relax, because I was like dang near straining my eye. That's why my eyes started watering, because it doesn't do it anymore. And then to bring some life and color back into my face, I'm putting some blush, and I've learned to put the blush actually on the higher points of your cheek and to bring it up into your temples. So now I bring it up a little higher than where it is. And then I always go in with my foundation brush and blend everything, every single step, because I cannot have the idea of me going outside with my face looking crazy. So I'm constantly blending. I'm probably blending away half the product, but I just need to make sure that my face don't look too separated. Like, oh, this is her blush, this is her concealer. I don't like that. And I didn't know that I was supposed to use cream bronzer first, but just to add some more depth back into your face. But I'm only using powder, and I use a little amount, so I'm pretty sure it's not doing much. But you can go in around your face to bring back some shadows into your face, so you're not just looking like a dot. Sometimes in the beginning I feel like I just look like clear skin, so I try to go in and add the light in the dark parts. And then I just go in with some highlight, like on the top of my cheeks and my bridge of my nose, and then the button part of my nose. And I just like a glowy brown skin, beautiful look. I don't know how to call it, but I just love when the highlights there, skin looks clear. I just like the basic look, I guess. So this is the everyday natural look, and this is how I go about doing so. And contouring my nose, I'm still struggling with, but I do go in a tiny bit with that powder bronzer. Just make 2 lines and I'll blend it out to bring back my nose, because I've had so much product on my nose. And you guys could look up reverse contouring. Basically, when I was doing my pressed powder, I was bringing it up to the sides of my noses, to the side of my nose, and that is creating a reverse contour, they say, without having to go in and really contour your nose. So that's another tip. If you're in a rush and you just need it done quickly, that's something else you can do. And if you mess up on your nose contour or it's too dark, you can take your foundation brush and go over that just to blend it out a little more, so it's not too harsh. And this is my face after everything has been on it. And now we're going on to the next step, or the last step, the second to last step, which is spraying the face. Something that I've learned is to not spray 200,000 sprays, which I did in this video, and also not too close to your face spraying it and it immediately start drying. In the beginning, I definitely forgot to mention that this is like a drugstore affordable makeup product routine, by the way. So we're going with the NYX Mini Matte Primer, I think it's called. Matte Finish, whatever that just said. And you want to spray a little further from your face than what I have right now. You don't want to drench your skin like I did. This is months ago. I'm not even gonna talk about it. But going in with the fan immediately to let it dry down is something that I do more now, is going in with my powder puff probably right now, still fanning my face with my other hand, but using my powder puff and going in all the places where I put powder and pushing it into my skin makes it so much better and so much more seamless, especially if you start seeing creasing like I have a little bit. And you will see me start to do it, but now I definitely go in when it's like midway dry and go in all the spots where I put powder with this powder puff. I'm not going to lie, this right here is the finishing. I love this part. I used to sleep on lining your lips, but when I tell you this is the best part, because to me I feel like it brings your lips back. And I feel like I have already two-toned lips where it's like the darker on the outside, pink on the inside. So I feel like it just helps my lips to just stand out even more. And then, like I just said, I really love the way my lips are. Like, I love the color. So I don't go in with any lip gloss because, like I said, this is an everyday makeup routine. I go in with my Dollar Tree lip oil that I cannot find, so I don't even want to talk about it right now. But this is the finishing product. This literally takes me 20 minutes. Mind you, this tutorial was 10 minutes. So that's the proof in the pudding. It honestly takes me less. But I was saying that I go in with the micellar water on a Q-tip and I clean off my piercing and my earrings. Because you guys also see me take my skin tint up to my ears and my neck because I just want everything to be seamless. Most of us are a little discolored, our ears be hidden. But let me know if y'all have any questions. You know, like I said, I'm a beginner. Everything is going to be linked down in my description box, and everything's going to be in my Amazon storefront, which is going to be linked below. And I'm going to be sure to put all the shades I used if you are my shade twin.
Yeah.